Howdy, howdy. So today is going to be kind of a woodworking stream. Kind of. This is my slice of wood. This is my slice of wood, and I made a little sketch on it earlier. Because I'm gonna burn this picture of Pikmi into the wood, and then I'm gonna whatchamacallit, I'm gonna stain and seal the wood afterwards so it looks really, really nice and pretty. But I will say, nobody get mad at me. I will say, while I was setting up, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like let my burner heat up while I plug some stuff in, and then I sat down and I forgot that my burner was heating up. And I reached to plug in my phone. And I was lucky, I just like barely like grazed it with the side of my hand, and it was super momentary, and it was like really light. Like I literally, it literally felt like I had like just kind of bumped against something sharp for like a split second, and I was like, what was that? And then I looked and I was like, oh, I just burned the side of my handle. It's really tiny, it's kind of red. Really small. Really small, so it's not that bad, but I have this giant piece of ice here so that I can like put it on it when I'm not burning to make sure it doesn't like swell or anything like that. So yeah, also if you hear the crunching, it's me on the ice, me with the ice. Oh god, my hand, and now my hand is all cold too, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. It's ASMR. It's daijoubu. It's really not that bad. I think it looks worse than it really is, just because I've had my... Nothing wrong with eating fridge ice. I'm not eating it. I'm using it for medicinal purposes. I have a license! I have a license for this ice. Ice is nuts. Yeah, whenever I take a break, I'm just gonna slap my hand on it. It's the smallest possible little burn, and it's like, absolutely not gonna be a problem. I just wanted to play it safe. So I actually, I've done some wood burning before. I used to do wood burning to make like gifts for people, so I have some experience. I'm not like amazing at it, but I'll do my best. I have a pretty nice kit for it, but I have a preference. Some people, when they burn wood, they kind of go like a little bit at a time to like make lines and stuff like that, and in order to make like the line dark enough. But then to me it always looks kind of, what's the word? It always looks kind of like jagged almost, like uneven, and so I actually tend to try and do the whole line, but I like kind of go like this in order to make it like a smoother color. Which I don't know if that takes longer or shorter, because I haven't tested one way or the other, but I think it looks better. But I'm sure like if any like wood burners are watching, they'd be like, what the f is she doing? Did you finish The Last of Us? Yeah! I did! The giraffe is from my city's zoo? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it was so funny because when I was watching it, I was like waiting for the giraffe scene. I feel like that's like one of the most famous scenes. It really, what's the word? in the game when that scene came up, so, I think I've told this story, but when I played The Last of Us, I actually played with a friend of mine. Let Pico a little bit. I actually played with a friend of mine, and we played it because there was a huge blizzard happening, and I had no power, and I hadn't had power for days, and I was getting really sick of it. And he was like, well, I have power, like, do you want to come over and play a game? And I was like, yeah, and like, we've been meaning to play The Last of Us anyway, so we just were like, it's time. And so... It's gonna be hard to talk and do this at the same time! Like, ever since, like, we've known each other since we were really little kids, and ever since we were kids, he had a stuffed animal giraffe named Twigs. He's a Beanie Baby, maybe? But we, like... Twigs lasted long into adulthood. Like, we would always bring up Twigs, and then he got, like, a giant version of him, and named that one Twigs. And so when the giraffe scene kicked in, we both lost our fucking minds, and we were like, it's fucking Twigs! And I was like, I don't know if anybody else playing this game popped this hard when they saw a giraffe. I'm gonna try and do the line, and then I'll do the curves after, because I think the curves are gonna take a little bit more finesse. Once when I was a wee lad during a blackout, I followed my mom around. She got a lighter for light. She turned around at one point faster than I expected. Accidentally shoved it in my chest. No! No! I put my hand on a charcoal grill when I was a kid. Just like the whole ass hand. Or it wasn't even the grill itself, is, you know, the top where there's like it's like a vent that you like open up like this? The vent was closed because Papa Moose was like smoking it up. But I went to like, I didn't know that he had the grill going, like inside the little charcoal grill. And so I went to open it, not realizing it was super hot, and I burned like my whole hand really badly. But instead of going to my parents and being like, I burned my hand, help me, I freaked out and thought I was gonna get in trouble for touching the grill. And so I went and I hid under the porch. I went and hid under the porch and cried under there for a while by myself. Until they found me and they were like, why are you hiding under the porch and crying? And I was like, no particular reason. And then they saw my hand and they were like, bro? I was like, I'm so sorry. And they were like, why did you hide? Bring that shit to us! But yeah, so I actually made a whatchamacallit? Oh shit, I probably need my... I actually made a playlist. My favorite... Playlist of some of my favorite Pika clips to watch while working on this bad boy. Bad Larry. But I really did. I liked The Last of Us TV show. I was thinking about it. Afterwards, and I feel like I might have actually even liked the TV show more than the game. And it wasn't like I liked some of their choices that they did for the show a lot. I was like, oh yeah, like this particular choice is really great, or this choice is like, I think it makes narratively more sense than how they did it in the game, kind of thing. But they, I just thought that the ending had more of an impact, and I won't, like, say what it was for anyone who hasn't played the game and wants to watch the TV show. I thought the ending actually had more of an impact in the show. Because, like, I think the show did a better job of showing kind of, like, life, like, what life is like for people who aren't the main characters. And I think it showed that there were still a lot of people who, like, managed to build a life for themselves in this new world, like, this new post-apocalyptic world. There's still people living, like, pretty normal life, not normal, but, you know, they're surviving, and, like, they're getting by. And so I was like, oh, like, there's people. Whereas I feel like in the show, most of the NPCs that you saw were either, like, Joel's friends, who were all, like, they had goals and they were very, like, revolutionary, or they were enemies who you were fighting. And so, like, by the end of the game, I kind of felt like all of the people left in this world are either evil and want to kill me, or they're, like, they can take care of themselves kind of thing. Whereas in the show, I felt more like, oh, there's a bunch of, like, regular-ass people who are still in the world who, like, you know, are hoping that someday things get better, but they're just trying to survive. I felt like that didn't come across in the game quite as much, probably because you're mowing down so many people by the end of the game that you're like, oh my god, this world is full of enemies. And it's not really that way in the show. And so I think that actually the show wound up ending stronger for me, just because I felt a lot more like hope for the world, I guess, in the show than in the game. So I kind of thought that the show was better narratively. But they did say season finale, not series finale, so presumably they're gonna do The Last of Us 2, and I'll be kind of interested to see, like, how they do that, because I know I never played 2, but I know obviously a lot of people did not love. It was not received universally well, so I'd be kind of interested. But yeah, so I made a. Oh, that's what I was. Get my phone so I can actually hear my clip. Hold on. Oh, I'm trying not to drop my frickin' pen on the ground. Careful for the burner. I know, I already burned myself. Hit the ice. Hit him with the ice. Joel in the game had the Freebird solo playing in his AirPods by the end of it. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. Like, Joel in the game, I was kind of like, whatever. We just gotta do this. I think it's also, I mean, and this is something that I like about games, is that you can put yourself, like, in the person's shoes. But I feel like sometimes it's to the detriment of the storytelling, or it can, I think it can be used for really interesting and really good storytelling, but I think in The Last of Us it kind of didn't work, because you're going to, because you play as Joel for like 95%, 99% of the first game, you're going to, like, relate to Joel more than anybody else. And I think to some extent that carried over to the second game as well, because everyone was like, yeah, like, I see myself in Joel's shoes because I was Joel for the entire first game, and, like, that's who I relate to, kind of, because that's who the game wanted me to relate to. And so I think in those situations, I think that it's kind of interesting, because obviously, you, like, some games use that device, like, you are this character and you're supposed to relate to this character, as a really, like, interesting, like, narrative point. But sometimes, like in The Last of Us, I feel like it actually hurts the message, because you relate so strongly to your player character that you don't, like, see what they do as, like, wrong. Or even if you do, you, like, kind of, you're like, well, like, it's okay for this, and that reason. And because, like, you know, because I get where he's coming from, because I'm him. I've been him the whole game, and, like, I feel like that kind of, like, attachment to the characters can be both a blessing and a curse, and I think with The Last of Us it actually kind of, like, hurt, like, the Because I felt really differently about, like, some of the final scenes in the show. Sorry, I'm getting the final scenes in the show versus the final scenes in the game. I felt completely differently. I felt completely differently, and I think it's because in one I was Joel, and in one I was watching Joel. If that makes sense. Boop, boop, boop. But yeah, so I actually really liked the show, and one of my friends actually texted me, like, right when I was finishing it, and was like, I think I liked the game more, and I was like, I actually don't agree. Like, I usually tend to agree with him on most things, but I was like, I don't know if I agree with you this time. And I was having a hard time explaining my thoughts. I was like, it's like I think it has to do with, like, being the character versus watching the character, and he was like, eh. But I highly recommend it. I'm excited for the next season of anime. The Last of Us. But I actually made this playlist of some of my favorite Pika clips. There's some classics, there's some more modern Pika. But I made this so we can watch it together. You'll have to let me know how the audio, oh, let me. For anyone who is not an avid kaiju watcher like I am, this is your crash course into who I'm drawing right now. Oh, typing. Yeah, I can. You can't hear it? Damn it! Hold on. Oh, I'm the problem. As usual. How's your day been? It's been okay. Work is really, really busy right now. So, I've been working really hard, but hopefully, like, after next week, it should quiet down for a while, so I actually have more work to do after this stream, so I was like Pigamy is too important to delay. How's that? I love Tomoshka. Oh, it's quiet? Hold on. What's this? Sorry. One of my favorite Tomoshka moments is actually Pika did a
difficult game. It's not.
That's a classic. But Pika actually did a she did a drunk phasmophobia stream. I forgot why. I don't remember if it was like a punishment for something. But she did a drunk phasmophobia stream. And she was gonna do it solo. It was supposed to be a solo drunk phasmophobia stream. And instead she got like too freaked out, and so she called Tomoshka and was like, I need you to like come help. And so Tomoshka hopped on and was like trying to comfort Pikami, but Pikami's really drunk and like not being super receptive, and so all of a sudden Pikami was just like, I have to go to the bathroom, and just like got up and left, like without going to the van and without like really announcing it to the chat. She just kind of just said to Tomoshka like, go into the bathroom, and just left. And so she's standing there, like, on the stairs while the ghost is hunting, and Tomoshka's panicking and realizes that, like, a lot of Pikami's audience is English speakers. And so Tomoshka's, like, desperately trying to translate into English what's going on, and she's like, Pika, go, water closet! And she's like panicking for like a whole minute until Pika comes back, and then Pika comes back and a ghost immediately whispers in her ear. She screamed and like bolted out of the basement. This is classic.
Difficult game? It's not. It's not. Digger!
Eh?
Huh? Eh? What? Wait, what? Huh? Bugger? Huh? What the fuck?
1 hour later.
Maybe there's another option to beat this game? Like beating the Tigger with this bat?
2 hours later.
What? 25?
I love the emote over her face.
Goddamn piece of fucking shit!
3 hours later.
God! You piece of fucking tiger! I hate you! Fucking you!
Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boo. I hope this DMCA's me. Oh.
Whoa, don't look back, okay?
That might be my favorite. Don't look back, okay? Don't look back, okay.
Fuck you.
Relatable.
どうすればいいんだ Where do I go?
I don't do horror.
よいしょ、よいしょ。Alright, forget it. Shortcut! ショートカット、ショートカット。回ってられるか、そんな。お、IKEA だ Guys, it's IKEA! IKEA だえ Wait, what? What? え首落ちてんだけど。大丈夫
I don't know if he's 大丈夫。
あれ首落ちてんだけど Sir, you drop your head! え首落ちてますよ拾わなくて大丈夫 Oh, there's a lady in here! Lady, are you okay? Nah, she's not fine. So maybe I need to prepare something that Apex-sama will really know that I am paying for the super legends, you know? So I'm prepared for this.
The soul gotcha stream.
So, I got my hand was holding the money. Take my money. maybe they will see this. They're like, Pikami really wants the super legend. Maybe we should get one her like that. So yeah, let's go. Maybe we should start from here. それではね、行こうと思います。Let's go. ガチャガチャガチャいけWe got this. 大丈夫
The smash cut always kills me.
読みます Let's read a super chat.
She spent like $300.
はい読みます He can't come here, right? You can't. You son of a bitch! Oh my god! Get out of the dessert. What is your favorite?
The dessert.
What is your wisdom? It's hot place. Male wand. Female. Let's go. God damn it! I can't go there. 女性の方行けねえじゃん Alright, let's go to the male one. Boring.
Gordon Freeman.
Hi.
It's incredible you made it.
Hi.
We've been getting communications from Alex. I'll see if I can reach her again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Oops.
That's me. I'm here to save you guys. Konnichiwa. Yeah, that's me. I'm a Gordon Ramsay. I mean, Gordon Free.
Here's where you come in.
Where's the lamb
I
sauce?
need you to make your way along the coast.
警官食われとるOfficer! Woo! Nice! Now, today we have a guest, Pikami! Oh, how? Hi, thank you so much for coming today. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
This is a very ambitious,
この人も
a very
ピカミです
ambitious
呼んでくださいま
collab.
してありがとうございます Thanks for having me おはおママのピカミ Thanks for having me おはお呼んでくださいましてありがとうございます I'm ピカミおはお Thank you so much for having me I'm ピカミおはやば Hi Oh don't forget about me I'm here Hi Yeah, that's me, oh peeking me. Hi. Hello. Konnichiwa. Thank you so much for coming today. Welcome to the Pika stream. And now I'm here.
Now I'm here.
So scary? What are you talking about? え？怖いってなんだよ。もう悲しくなってきた。I feel sad. どういうこと？怖いってどういうこと？何も怖くないでしょ。いつものピカだよ。Hello! Oh, Pika
Biblically
Welcome
accurate
to my
Pika.
stream! Yay! I just came in the stream and what the heck is going on? No, what are you talking about? It's totally normal. It's always like this. Nothing happened. But thank you! Freya! Let's be gone! Bye bye! Bye! Bye bye! Bye! Bye bye! Bye bye! Bye bye! Peek out the forest. What is your wisdom? You can't eat tree. You can't eat it.
Nailed
Even
it.
you're starving. You can't. Peek at me. 2021. Hit out of the water. What is your wisdom? Do not charge the phone while you're in the bus stop. You will die. Get the hot, sexy girl from here. Link it in here.
Link it in
You
here.
can find a hot, sexy milk from here like that. Find hot singles in low Earth orbit. Hot, sexy Pika. Am I hot and sexy? Mudgy.
Mudgy.
I always thought so, cause I have a big boing boing. Arigato, thank you. Streaming hot kiddo in your area. Tea is ready, dayo. There it is. Now, with this, I can grab a candle like this. If I can grab it. Is she coming? It's too dark. I can't see it. Yummy, 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 yummy.
I keep pushing it farther away.
Fuck yeah, Dayo! Fuck you! Can you see this? Kuruna! Don't come near me! Don't get close to me, Dayo! Shoot-a-pee-pee.
Relatable.
やっぱりバグってんじゃんかよ YouTube ふざけんなーよいしょ
Oh yeah, the wood isn't too big. I mean, my hands are really small too, so it's actually pretty small.
What part did you hear that? Tell me. What part did you hear that? どこまで聞いたんですか? どこまで聞いたんですか? 正直に答えなさい. 一体どこまで聞いたんですか? どこまで聞いたんですか? シュレペッペたら おーいやばい Red coin おーい go
Yeah, I'm wood burning. The only thing I know how to do without completely missing. Usually.
Huh? I just touched it. And that doesn't count as I die? What? Ah! Yatta! Nice! Uh-oh.
Relatable.
That one is right.
I miss Mario Sunshine. Yeah, I wanted the wood to be small so like I could mail it if I could figure out like a fan mail address. Oh my god, I forgot she raged quit!
もうやだ。もうやだ。パパパパパパパパパ。なんでちょっと待ってね。hold on. So here it is でしょ First I need to go here でしょ Go here. Go here. Ah, okay, maybe I got it. And then here again, and I go here. And then go here. Yeah, ここむずいな。
I miss being mad in
Probably
Mario
will go like
Sunshine.
this. I think.
I need to go back.
Well, let's go.
Back to the good old days.
Ah, god damn it! Why? This is the people who tell me the no running one. なるほどね。なるほどね。Can I run for a one time? I want to see what's gonna happen. Man, let's see how it goes. It's gonna be a play for science. Yeah, it's for the science experiment. Yep, I
Still need to do the watermelon level. I don't even know where that was.
Experiment. You know? Whoa. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, it's alive. That's not going to explode it. It's alive, isn't it?
I was here live for this. Everyone in chat was like, why?
I can't. Oh, I can't. I can't go there, alright. ここからさ。じゃあな、バイバイ。That's not murder, he's fine. No, I didn't kill him. No mercy for enemies, Dayo. You monster. I am. Thank you.
Super Mario Odyssey was
You
a
see,
certified
Bowser
classic.
is putting his wedding poster everywhere. And I wonder how much will cost for that. Probably like a New York billboard. It's going to be really, expensive. But he put it this much, literally, everywhere. Maybe he'll be the good husband, Jalai. Maybe they should be together. And I'm just some jealous mushroom guy who likes the peach. Forget about the peach. I'll marry with her. Hi, we just met. But will you marry me? Oh, that's no, okay. Oh, her reaction is not really that good. Okay. Oh, I'll take that no. It's okay. It's okay. You know, we just met. It's okay. I don't mind. It's okay. Alright. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Bye. Ow. Hold up. Pauline. Oh, I should say no to my love confess. What?
Wasted.
Oh, it's a car. Hot. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Woman. Sorry. Woman. What the heck? What the heck? I can be the people? Who's the call? That's the nice.
His curves are so hard to do.
Thank you. Bye. What the couple in the middle? Wait, there's a couple. Hey, what are you guys doing? Having fun? Huh? What? People say that Resident Evil 8 is going to be the continuation of the 7? I saw the giant vampire lady, and I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to see the giant vampire lady. Ooh. The tall lady. Is she vampire? Nay. Nay. So I'm really excited about it. Like I told last time, I'm really excited to see the giant lady. The giant lady, she has a big boobs. Aren't we all? Yes. Yes, we are. She's thick, boy.
She's thick, boy.
Yeah, she's so cool. Thick lady. I'm really excited. So, I watched a trailer. They're like, who is she? She's so beautiful. And she's so giant. So that, Ada One-san. I'm really excited about it. She has a daughter. That means she already married. Is she single right now? Is she? I don't know. I never see her husband before, so is she single? Maybe she's a single. Maybe we have a chance. Pikami is ready to simp. Yes. Yes, we are. We all are. This trailer, Giant Pikami or Bio A Bulba Lady. Definitely Bulba Lady. Who's taller? So, for now, definitely Bulba Lady. So, definitely. Go Giant Pikami and date with the giant ladies. Maybe I'll turn into the Giant Pikami. Nah, I'll turn into the Giant Pikami for it. Giant Pikami date transformation. Now I can date with her. Yeah, I'm really excited. We're going on a date. I'm gonna have 3 daughters. Yeah, nice. Nice. Pika is gonna teach us the birds and the bees. Birds and the bees. Birds and the bees. Birds and gets. Birds and gets. I don't know. Nanda. Arigato. Thanks for super chat.
I don't know, Nanda.
Arigato. What is the meaning of the birds and the bees? Nah, what is that meaning? Ask your mom. Dang it, no. I'm gonna ask her to Google.
Oh, no.
Birds and bees. Imi.
Emi.
Hmm? Hmm? Ah! 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 So, what?
Please, I'm trapped. My legs all numb. Please hurry.
Okay, help. 大丈夫? What happened?
Just lift as hard as you can.
Hi.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You saved me.
You're welcome, woman. Uh-oh.
You're welcome, woman.
Poor, dumb
He calls
animal.
everyone woman.
Aww.
He called Helena and Resident Evil 6 exclusively woman.
Oh, yes, mister, please. Thank you.
What? I'm so nice
Do you
tonight.
know Valentine? I live there.
No problem.
I'm so nice, Janai.
Psych! Bye-bye! Damn it! Bye-bye! Run, woman, run! I shall take you home, but I never said that you can ride on the horse. Yes, yes, yes!
Hear our voice.
Oh.
Together as one in reverence. We call
Oh,
on thee within the endless dark to deliver us into fate's hands. As the midnight moon rises on black wings, so we make our sacrifice and await the light at the end. In life,
I gotta pretend like
Nailed
I know
it.
this one.
we give you glory. Mother Miranda.
Oh no? Okay.
The tea should be ready.
So, today we're going to finally see our favorite
Part
woman
2.
today. So,
Our favorite woman.
And my daughter's boobs and
there she is! 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 Ah, there she is! Say cheese!
You are so kind to me, daughters.
Yes, mother. Yes, mother.
Chun! Chun! Are we kissing? Oh, I forgot the very important things. There you go. A little bit brighter. Hi, hi. Say cheese!
She was very unconcerned with the situation.
I have to print it out. I have to print it out. Big guy! Big guy! Oh, she's so big.
She's so
Ring, ring.
big!
See? There she is! Oh. Ha! Whoa!
To hell with the ceremony!
What?
That man will pay for what he's done.
Oh, I know she loves me. That's what it looks like. Ah, she loves me. She loves me.
Oh, shit.
There you
Hi!
go. All this for a child who isn't even here.
Hi!
What the hell, dude?
You ungrateful, selfish wretch. You come into my house. You lay your filthy man.
Tall ladies or
on
even
my
taller ladies.
daughters.
Tallest
And now you
ladies.
plan to steal my property.
Sorry.
How dare
Harder.
rest while you can, because I will hunt you, and I will break you.
Yes.
Go ahead. Do your worst.
Do your best. Arigato. We did it! Yatta! Yatta! I brought this one for you, Mother Melinda, but we don't need it anymore. Pshoo! Shut up, baby!
This was the scariest part. This was the scariest part of Resident Evil 8 for me. Hands down.
No, it's not fine. What the frick? Close it! What the fuck? I can't. 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 I'm done. I'm done. Oh shit. I can't do it. I'm just so freaking scared. Literally, I cried. Why? 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 Why?
Why?
Am I gonna hide from something? Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh
One of
god!
my-
Oh god!
One of my old coworkers used to send me that guy going, "Wow!" Except he had a Waluigi hat and mustache on. She loved it so much. She also loved regular
I'm staying
Mario.
here. I'm staying here. I'm not going anywhere. Is it coming? Is it coming?
That what part two?
Fuck you, 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 fuck me, fuck you, fuck everybody.
Well, what do we got here?
Pick-a-me.
Pretty tight bars for a little dude who's simping over an ugly, boring little teenager that wears her mom's clothes.
That's so me. What is wrong with wearing my mom's shirts? Your helmet looks stupid, though.
Got his ass.
Fine.
Ugh.
Ah.
You sure this is the right way?
Unfortunately.
Eh? Pika-pika yabai. I need to look in here. Wait a minute. Why? Nah. Ow, I gotta shoot it. Okay, okay, okay. Ah, go, 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 go. Hi. これはバイオハザードなんだ。ナイス。
These were classic streams.
No, not pushing.
No pushing.
Think you can do that? No! I'm a hater for the donkets from today. Pika, 今日からあいつのアンチになるわ。毎日嫌がらせのね、ツイートしてやる。Every night when I'm going to sleep, before I go to sleep, I'm just gonna like leave the hate comment for him. I'm just gonna leave the comment like do you really think that's funny? You're not funny. You're not worth it. それをね、やってやるんだよ、毎日寝る前に。ねえ、ブロックされるよね、多分ドンケツに。で、ドンケツのファンに叩かれる。そりゃそうだ。ドンケツ have a feelings too. No! No, he pushed me from the cliff and I just jump into the lava. If he has a feeling, he doesn't do that. He shouldn't have done that. Oh, there it is! やったー！よいしょ、コイン！おい！おい！普通のジャンプじゃ届かなかった！イヤッフーなのね、オッケー。イヤッフージャンプじゃないですか。
The Yahoo jump.
イヤッフージャンプ。いくよー！イヤッフー！What the f... ねえ、マジで言ってる！ねえ！いやん
Mamma mia!
Mamma mia!
I don't get it. Why Mara sounds really fun, but I'm not having fun with this. Keep doing the same thing over and over. どうしようかな。Okay.
ブルブルブル。ブルブルブル。
I didn't slam my desk. I just placed my hand on the desk. ロングちゃんにね、まあ手持ちに
Placed my hand on the desk.
ギリギリジャンプしちゃっていいと思う。オッケー。Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. もうやだー。This Mario is not cooperating with Pika at all. At all. こう言って。いくぜ。きたー！きたー！やったー！やったー！ Finally! やったー！やったー！
Here we go!
I like the part when Pika went, Thank you. It's my first language. It's called Pika language. Yeah, it's very good though. Thank you. Ba 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 da 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 da. Fuck you.
Oh, that was the end. That was the end of my... I have a bunch of others. Those are just ones I threw on earlier today. So, I want to share. Bigger. Now I can focus. Now I can focus on my art. Ugh, I'm not good at art. I used to like really like art. I had it was a really old tablet. I had a tablet. And I used to use it with Photoshop. There's like a Flash-based program that had like auto like line smoothing and stuff like that. So I used to use it with that a lot to like, draw cute little things and characters. Let me turn my jams back on. Yes, Sparkster made one too. Permanently saved on my phone. But yeah, I used to draw a lot in like I was in the art club. So I mostly did like girls or like preschools. As I got older, I was like, not good at art. I'd rather focus on things like putting time into something I don't think I'm good at. Then it turned out. But I always had fun with art. And I like being creative. Even if it's not drawing. I like crafting. I used to make like bracelets and stuff. Breaker from my room just blew. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Good night, Law. Yes, I've seen the Winnie the Pooh Home Run Derby streams. An all-timer. Yeah, I used to make like I'm starting to feel like I need to swap to another tip. Starting to feel like I need the tips that can handle the curves a little. But I need to shut this off and let it cool down so I while it's hot. I ain't doing that again. Shut off now. Oh, I guess there's a... I'll get the last one. Oh, it's... Right? It's off yet. I did a lot of sewing for a little while. I actually like, I think I like types of art where I feel like I have like science behind me, if that makes sense. So, I did sewing for a while. Actually really fun. Cooling break. Yeah, I'll do it right after I finish. There are a few more lines I want to get before I swap the tip. I turned it off so it can cool, but under. Yeah, sewing was always really fun. But it was another one of those things where, like, I always used a really old sewing machine. And I also did a lot of stuff, like, by hand. And it got to the point where, it seemed like a lot of people had, like, really advanced tech for sewing. Like, those sewing machines that you can, like, put a pattern into. And I was like, maybe I should, like, get one of those. But then I never did, because I was like, oh, I don't want to, like, spend all the money, and I don't want to spend all the money on something that I'm not, like, making money off of, or whatever. I was like, I had this really, I regret it a lot, but I had this misconception when I was a lot younger that, like, any skill that was worth developing was, like, it had to be something that I could, like, theoretically make money off of, like, get a job doing. And so I feel like I dropped a lot of skills just because my parents were like, this isn't something you can really get paid to do. And I was like, oh. Yeah, making patterns is super hard. But it was always, like, one of the most fun parts, too. The Pecco outfit considered lewd? Or okay for your normal art tag? I'd say it's okay. I have a lot of Pecco stuff behind me right now, actually. Oh, I also have this. Can I offer you a Kirby in this trying time? I just noticed he's like walking. He's got those big old tootsies. No fun allowed, make more money. Well, that was always like, it was so interesting because my parents were very much like you should, you know, develop skills that can be marketable and can be, like, worth something. And then they were also like, they didn't push me, like, they pushed me away from stuff that they thought, like, weren't, like, worthwhile, like, things to pursue, but they didn't really push me very hard into things that could have made me a lot of money. So I just kind of wound up in no man's land as, like, this weird jack of all trades, which is kind of my job now. I'm like serviceable and okay at a lot of things and amazing at none of them. So which has its own niche. Like, it's worked for me in my life, so it wasn't so bad, but I always thought it was funny, like, now as an adult, I'm just like, they never tried to get me to, like, go into, like, programming or anything like that. So now in retrospect, that was probably because every time I got near one of the Papa Mooses, they'd explode. Yeah, well, that's the reason why I mean, my hands are really small. I have little tiny baby hands. I don't have, like, thing nearby that demonstrates that very well. Oh, like, here's my 3DS charger for size comparison. So, like, I have small hands, so you can't really tell, but it is quite small. It's pretty small. And I did that because I do want to see if I can mail it. I know that something that we're working on right now, they're going to attempt to mail it to her, so I was going to ask if there's any way that I could, like, send this along to. So yeah, that's why I didn't get, like, a bigger slab, like a giant Pika sign to hang above my abode. Yeah, I'm definitely a master of none. No guidance, only scold is a bold approach for parents to take. Yeah. Well, I think they were always worried about, like, they were so weird because they had, like, really strong opinions on, like, you shouldn't be doing X, Y, or Z, but then when I was like, what should I be doing? They were like, follow your heart. And I was like, I don't know what I like, because that's the problem, is I like a lot of things. I feel like that comes through in, like, my game choices. One of my old coworkers, when I first met him, and, like, it was kind of fun because, like, at my company, when, like, a new person would start in our department, we'd all go out to lunch together and everyone would talk about what games they like and, like, what they're into, and it was just kind of a fun little, like, get to know you situation. And so of course I was always kind of the weird one where I was like, yeah, like I really like my favorite games are like Gears of War, Mass Effect, and Tales of Vesperia, and Final Fantasy XI, and Dead Space, and everyone was like, so what genre are we working with here? And I was like, I just like games. And so one of my coworkers after that was like, he was like, you have some of the most like all over the place game tastes I've ever heard from somebody. He was like, you've played like most of the big JRPGs like to exhaustion, but you also play like a lot of super like Western leaning. Like, yeah, I just like all of them. And I feel like that's like a good indication of just like my skills, because I like and try a lot of things, but I don't necessarily stick around long enough to become like a super master at them. But it makes me like useful in like pinch situations, which is sort of what I like. I feel like that's what I have always wound up doing for like my jobs. Even if I get hired for one job, I wind up just like kind of getting moved into the like, she is here to help you. I turn into the fixer. The pinch hitter for like every situation, just because like I can cover a lot of bases even if I'm not like necessarily the person who ordinarily pick. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like I think too my parents were a little old-fashioned. So they were, I think too, because obviously I wanted to go into video games since I was really young. I was like, yeah, like the things I'm doing on the computer all day is like building skills that will help me in that. And it did! Like the stuff that I did as a hobby as a kid is what I wound up doing like for my career. My career has nothing to do with what I went to school for. Like almost the exact opposite. But and so I feel like that surprised them. They were like, oh wow, like you're making money off of this stuff that we were always kind of like, why are you spending so much time on this? I was like, yeah, it's neat. I'm a programmer for Lockheed Martin this whole time. I wish I was good at computers. Just I'm built different. How's the burn? No, it's actually feeling really good now. I can see like a little bit of skin. It's doing. It is cooling down quite a bit over here. Stretch a little bit. Ah. Let me figure out what tip I want to put on. Yeah, it makes me, this is gonna sound really bad, and I don't mean it to sound how it sounds, but it makes me really good at, like, forgery. I'm, like, one of the best mimics in the world that I know, so something that I actually wind up doing, it's not, like, my main job, but something that I wind up having to do a lot for work is, like, we'll have, like, a file of something, or we don't have, like, the original working files for it, we just kind of have the final product, and it'll be like, oh, the client gave this to us and they don't have the original, but they really want us to, you know, work off of this, and they want us to make these changes to it, but like we can't do some of it because we don't have the original working files. Can you basically like recreate this so that we can make it how we want it to be? And it's like super easy. I can basically, if somebody gives me something, I can recreate it really, really well and like in fine detail and do it really fast. But if you asked me to make it in the first place, it would probably look like a hot mess. But yeah, I've had people before who are like, hey, can you like copy? And I do it for a lot of things. I do it for like certain types of files, but they also have me do it for like graphic files as well. And so we've had situations where somebody needed a certain graphic for like a promotion for something. They'll be like, oh, they don't have the working files, but can you basically like change the date? Can you remake this and like change the name and the dates? And I can do it in like 5 minutes and it looks super convincing. And how did you do this? This is so scary. I'm like, I feel like pursuing a different career. I'd be going into something extra legal. Besides, so I have other tips. I think I want to use one of these. I have these cute like stamp tips too. The only real difference in these is the like the width of the tip. There. One. But it made me really good in like certain stuff in like video games. Because sometimes you get file, especially when you're working off of somebody else's files, and when you're working off of like graphics that somebody else made, but like now it's being passed off to you and you need to change a lot of things. It made me really good at basically matching people's styles. So like if there was like graphics in game that people liked and didn't want to change, but we basically needed more of them, it was really easy for me to kind of like replicate the style, take it from there. Like those are sort of, I wonder if there's any legal if there's any like legal appropriate jobs for people who are really good mimics. That's like my strongest skill. I think I'm gonna go for the smaller one actually. Oh, baby details and. You'll get a drink. Oops. Drink. Fast. Drawing sketches for wanted posters. I would draw them Tales of style where everybody's face looks really stupid. Where everybody's face is like how should I test that? I feel like I should test it through something. Definitely not as hot as when I touched it and got my first burn. Good. Yeesh! Wonder if you could remove one tip with another. Actually, what's this? They included some little, like, plastic things, and I don't really know what they are. These are for, like, squeezing the tip. I don't know what they're for otherwise. I didn't touch it, I was falling. My chair's at a weird angle so that I can fit everything that I'm working on. So I had to like slide into it, but I overshot. I almost went down. Moose down, Dio. What do I do? TOS, baby. Feel any heat. Bag melt? Ice bag melt? Not. You have pliers? I mean, I probably do, but I think they're in the other room. I'm not gonna go get them. Need to head to work! Good luck at work, Torp! I think it's probably fine. Let me try one thing on the back of it. This will be part of my signature. My signature, if it burns at all. Maple, please. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think it's safe. Calling it safe. I burned my hand off. Rip in peace, I guess. Oh, maybe I'll use my shirt. Oh no, I don't want to use my shirt. This is my Michael Myers shirt. What's this? What do I have? What do I have in reach? Duct tape. Duct tape would work. I'll use napkins. Do you have a kitchen glove? Oh, I do. Touching it. I'm touching it. Fine. Fine. Woohoo! Save the day. Then I'll turn this sucker back on. And I will stay the heck away from this up. Put it on your lips to check it. No, no. Fuck. Dropped it. Fine. Saved it. Saved it. Nailed it. Daijoubu. This piece come from? In there. Heating up. Nailed it in 12 question marks. Yeah, I nailed it. Let me get my can away from it. And like melt through the can. Spill seltzer all over my table. Flip it right side up. Well, it'd be upside down. Wah. Ugh. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting how like what you wind up doing for like a job turns out super different. What you're like expecting. I feel like most of my friends are like not doing what they plan to do. But maybe that's just like my specific generation of people who like graduated during a very particular era. Blood, sweat, and tears going to work doesn't mean literally. Why not? I cry at work all the time. Just kidding. I don't. I cry on the inside. No one knows I'm crying. Icing my hand. The part that I actually burned. Be heating. Ooh. Heated? Turn it on correctly? I'm not gonna test it. I'm not crazy. Place to test. It is getting hot though. It is making mark. Maybe I should have used them. I mean, I'm not going to choose for a penny and for a pound, but maybe I'll use this minor details. Curves all. I did a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh playing. Trying to build a zombie deck now. I don't know what got into me. I just was like, just woke up with opinions. Like, I want a zombie card. Seems cool. Oh yeah. Very fun. Details, which is fine. For don't use sometimes. Please use pliers if you tip for another. Okay. I will, Mom. Akarimash. Such clean nails, thank you. I try. Yeah, I didn't have time to get like pretty nails or anything for the stream. I was like, oh no, it's gonna be going on looking like a basic bitch. I've never gotten my nails done out here. I get them done at home. But often enough. Here I'm kinda, I don't know, it's like with the doctor. It's like with your doctor and your hairdresser, you're like, so I find one that I like, that's the only person I'll go to. That's how I am with like people who do my nails. Like, I found the lady I like. I don't trust anybody else getting near my hand. Blah. I haven't watched Pop Team Epic Season. Speaking of I haven't watched Pop Team Epic Season 2 yet. Let's pop together. Wow. You normally color them? I do. I'm kind of like a... like my most extra trait is I like to color them seasonally according to whatever is the closest season. Sneezing. Some clacky clack secretary acrylic nails. Well, like I do the dip acrylics. No, not acrylics. The dip. Oh, what are they called? Not gel. It's a different thing. I do those because they're very clacky. I love clacking them on like the desk when I'm thinking. Like at Christmas time, I like to do like red and green. Halloween, I like to do black and orange. Easter, I like to do pastel colors. Summer, I like to do kind of like like marine type colors. And what's the other thing? In spring, I like to do kind of like flowery colors. And then in like late autumn, like early September, when it's not quite spooky season, but we're getting there, I like to do kind of like a camo green. Feels like oh, some kind of thing. Yeah, I have like a regular array of nail colors I like to do. I am nowhere near status of Pizza Queen though. The actual nail god. She always has her nails done like beautifully. And she's done like gunmetal, but it actually shines like in the same way that like gunmetal does. She's done oil slick nails that are like a million colors. Like she has all of the strats. Nothing compared to her. She got married the other day. Told me over Snapchat. What a god. It was not like super planned. Mazel tov, Pizza Queen. She basically needed to switch her insurance, and she was already engaged. She had a fiance. He had good insurance, and she was like, "Oh, I wish we were like married already. I could get on your insurance and be done with this like whole situation." He was like, "Well, why don't we just go get married?" She was like, "All right." So all of a sudden she sent me like a picture of like her paperwork. She was like, "Just got married." I was like, "Bro." She was like, "Don't worry, I'll have the actual like the real ceremony will be at some point." And I was like, "I got you." Always show up. Always show up for the homie. Question is, how will the animals on your island? Better not be neglecting. She said that she's been playing less Animal Crossing and more Just Dance lately. And I asked her, because the only time I've never really played Just Dance. I've seen people play it like at conventions and stuff. I've never really played it, so I was asking her. I was like, "Oh, how do you like Just Dance?" Like, it's really good exercise. And then she was like, "But there's this one song." We were both like drinking a little bit. So, she immediately got on the floor and she was like, "There's this one song where you gotta crawl out of the igloo, right?" And she like starts crawling along the floor, and I was like, she's like, you know the song? I was like, "I absolutely do not know what song." You are just making shit up. Officiate this one too. So much pressure. I thought I was gonna have a nervous breakdown before the last one that I officiated. I like my friends a lot and give them a nice wedding. So I pretty much with the last one I wrote the speech. I wrote the speech over like a while. It was over like a few weeks. I just kind of kept like, I wrote like my first draft and then I like read it to some people. And I thought about it back in a sort of like a long process, but then like I got there to the venue we were actually staying at. It was like a old bed and breakfast type. I got there and we were all just like hanging out and playing Magic and drinking and talking about books we like. And like as we were doing that, I just got like inspiration even though I'd technically finished the speech like a week or two before. But I was just like, and I just sort of left the group and I went up to my room and I just sat with my speech and I just made like edits. I just like wrote in like, oh no, actually say this instead, or don't say this other thing. And I made a bunch of edits to the whole thing. And I think it wound up working out. Like the edits I thought were the show stopping moment. So I'm kind of someone who like, I can prepare for those kind of things and I get really stressed out about it. But then like, everything winds up being a game time decision for me. I'm not as much as I try to be a planner, I don't think I'm a planner. I think I just have to like go out there and whip it kind of thing. Go out there and kill it. Why whenever people are like, what are you doing for this? I'm like, I don't know. Figure it out. Like I do everything. Just gotta feel it. That was some of the best advice, though. Some of the best advice I ever got. I got from someone who I like knew in school. Really drunkenly told me, like, you should just feel everything severely. The words he used. You just gotta feel it severely. It's like any decision you make sure you feel it severely. I was like, okay, I understand. And I didn't know that I took it to heart until later, when all of a sudden I was like, I feel like I just used that in all my decision making. I'm just out here feeling it severely all the time. Do I feel this severely? No. Well, then I simply won't do it. You guys see that Kuriko was like, I want to sing. Psyoping her. Psyoping her, boys. I got after her after we ended the stream too, talking about just like, would you ever do a cover like that kind of thing? And she was like, oh, I'm just like really shy about it. Bro, we all loved your singing. I literally came into Utika's stream. Like, is that fucking Kuriko? 100 times. Like, ugh, and I was like, ugh, and then she was like, good night, and I was like, good night, and then I woke up to that tweet, and I was like, let's fucking go. She will soon be feeling singing severely. Cover a song with her so she can be less shy. I don't know what we'd do. I think I'm not like a singer either, but I'm like slowly getting over it. I'll even like sing in front of other people now, which I never did before. I've never done before. I did karaoke as a VTuber. Like I don't sing in front of other people. But a friend of mine bought a karaoke machine and invited me over her place. So I went over to do karaoke with her. And I actually sang in her house. Like, oh my god. Believe it. Can't believe I'm being brave. I get into karaoke after a game, but she's just chatting instead. Tell her to turn it into a karaoke stream. Or I'll drive this wood burner into my hand on stream. Just kidding, I won't, Susan. Joke. Hilarious joke. I know where Syrup is. I'm glad that she's near this Bernie. Maple, that might get you banned. Maybe. Oh, thank you for saying it's good. I'm very, like, self-conscious. I messed up in a few places, but I think I can bring them back together. That's the thing that's so scary about wood burning, is so permanent. The burn is there, you're like, oh, yeah, this tip is much better for like the curves. I was saying it was too small, but I think it actually wound up being just the right size. It won't pop. The other one. I just have to like... I think the other one would be faster, but I'm actually okay. I might want the bigger one for like the pigtails, just so I want them to be smoother, and I think it'll be ragged. Stop burning yourself, you loser! I haven't done it! Well, I mean, I did burn myself. I burned myself once. I said I would drive this into my hand if you didn't turn your stream into a karaoke stream. My gauntlet that I'm throwing. How can you tell when it's sufficiently burned? Kinda depends. Like, I pretty much, just when it's like, when it's dark, when I can see it. I obviously sketched on here with a pencil ahead of time, so I'm gonna take like a big eraser and go like shook over it afterwards, just kind of clean it up. And then I should be able to see like where lines are lighter. If I like didn't burn anything well enough, and then I'll be able to go in and kind of like fix the details. But yeah, the grooves help. The grooves help, because yeah, as soon as I like feel it kind of like sliding into the wood, I'm like, over here is a good example. Like, burn this here. Round it out a little bit better. If I sing now, you won't hear it because you're streaming. That's fair. That's a fair hit. A fair point. I'll allow it. Working on past. I've actually made like moose wood burning too. I know what I'm about. So my first like anime girl wood burning. I'd really like to do like gifts, like wood burning gifts, I guess. Especially like as oh, it's my ice. I was like, why is the table wet? Especially after I do this and I'm like more comfortable with like working on stuff like this, especially like on stream. I'd love to like make gifts for like VTubers I like, especially for like their anniversaries and their birthdays, but I'm still like kind of shy. I'm working on it though. I am working on it. I have proof. I've showed proof to people that I've been reaching out to people more. Trying really hard. I'm just very shy and awkward. I like people a lot and I think they're cool. But if I reach out and they're like, God, she's so like annoying. Why is she bothering me? She should go be the air and hand Sonic Adventure again. Instead of being in my DMs. Fox B&B raid? Let's go. Is Maple killing herself? What? I'm making the I'm trying to smooth out some of the areas where my big old blade kind of overextended a bit. Bruh, that's everyone. I know, I know. I know, I know. I know that that's everyone. I know that everybody goes through that. I just feel like... I'm like, well, nobody else should feel that way. Because, like, you're not annoying and we're all delighted by your presence. However, I am annoying. So, it's hard to... Where should I put that? Ice is really melting. Hold on. Get up and put it. Flawless logic. I actually don't have any tattoos. Maybe a Pika tattoo is the first step. I think I would get her symbol. I was gonna. You're not annoying and we're all delighted by your presence. I know, it's just, and people are so busy too. And the thing is that, like, I'm also busy because I like work crazy hours when I'm not streaming. And so, like, and I also, you know, I have my family that I close with, and so I spend a lot of time both working and either being with or talking with. So, like, I'm busy, and so sometimes people will, like, drop me a message and I take a little while to respond, and I'm sorry, like, I've been fire. So sorry I took forever to respond. I love you, you're the best. But then, like, when I message people and they don't get back to me right away, even knowing that they're probably super busy, I'm like, oh no! Like, I've crossed, what's the phrase? I've crossed the Rubicon. Like, I've insulted them permanently. So ashamed. Yeah, I try to get back to people. I always feel bad if I forget. I try to get back to people, especially when they tag me, like, in the Discord. Because I don't like leaving people on red. But sometimes, like, especially if it's not in the main channel, sometimes I just, like, don't see stuff. Also, usually, like, my brain is going at 100 miles an hour. Like, I try to check in when I'm, like, breaks at work. Sometimes I'll see something and I'll be like, ah, crap, I'll respond to that. Time I have 8 and I don't remember, and then I feel terrible. Yeah, it's I feel like that's everybody is so inundated by messages now that they're just like, it's everyone knows that everyone else is busy. It's just, and I know, like, I'm not ever like, oh my god, they're so rude for not getting back to me. I'm more like, oh my god, I'm so rude for reaching out. Like, oh, I shouldn't have bothered them. I'm the worst. That's like that's my toxic trait. Use the bigger blader to kind of smooth out some of these lines. Jaggedy than I look. Oh god, they hate me. You still find the time to torment me with forbidden knowledge. That's true. Well, that's because sometimes I see something and I'm like, I need somebody else to know, like, what I know about this thing. And I want it to be Kuruko. I want Kuruko. I want Kuruko to be my partner in suffering. I'm trying to remember what I told you about one of the games that I internally. The company tried to like get Sony to change the name on the store because they thought my name was better, and Sony was like, we're not doing that. So it just turned into like an internal document thing, but I was still really proud of it. And it's a game that I see a lot of VTubers play, so whenever I see it come up, I'm just like, you guys don't even know the real name of that game. My name's so much better. So much better than the official name. How do you pronounce Alcesia? I say Alcesia. Alcesia? Alcesia. Say it however you want. I wasn't thinking when I was like, I want Alcesia. Alcesia? My last name? I was like, this will be easy to pronounce, and then everyone was like, I don't know how to pronounce that, and I was like, now that no one else knows how to pronounce it, I question how to pronounce it too. Very, suggestible. Without telling us the actual game name, can you tell us what you were going to call it? No, because it's too close. It's the... Basically, there was a game that was coming out that was like... had some... I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. There's a game that came out that has some like... I guess you'd say like some sexy elements to it, like it has like some hot chicks in it, and I managed to turn the name of it. The only reason I knew about it was I was like a fan. I was a fan of the series. I had some friends who were working. They actually asked me like because it was they were like, oh, like it's a smaller project for us, and so we'd like your feedback. And so I did. And then I basically came back to them and said, why didn't you call it this? I came up with like a punny name for it that focuses on like the sexiness of some of the characters. And I was like, why didn't you call it this? They were like, holy fuck, why didn't we call it that? So they went to Sony and they were like, we need to change the name of this game. Like, we have a new name, and Sony was like, no, fuck you. Like, it's already in the system, we're not changing it. And they were like, no. So they just changed it in all the internal documents. It's like forbidden knowledge now. Now only the people who know now. Everyone, like, it's basically everyone on the inside calls it something different than the real name. Because I came up with a stupid boob joke. That's my my contribution. Contribution to video games is amping up the titty. I always, not to get, maybe I shouldn't, like maybe I was like maybe I shouldn't wade into what's the word? To waters that could be yabai. But I'm also one of those people who was that motherfucker at like Polygon who was like Bayonetta's too sexy or whatever and gave one of the Bayonetta games a bad score because he was like, she's too hot. I've never subscribed to that school of thought. I've always been like, make the tits bigger. Hold on, I'm actually gonna put the ice in the freezer because it is melting all over my table and I don't need this. The back end support hidden in the code names, yeah. I was like, he was like, her She dances too sexily and shows her bosom and buttocks, and I was like, what do you think I'm here for? Called me a coward when I made my Final Fantasy XIV character because I didn't max out the boob slider. Yeah, and I was right to do so. I ask everybody when they're making their Final Fantasy XIV character for the first time if it's a chick. I'm always like, what size titty? What size titty did you pick? And people are always like, oh, I went with like 30, and I'm like, that's not 100. Like, damn. 30 is a crazy way to misspell 100. The only tit sizes I've ever accepted, there was one guy who I gave a pass to, where I was like, okay, I'm not gonna yell at you, but it was only because he made his boob slider 69, and I respected the flex. So, you have two options, Horace. Not sure if you have a Fantasia on hand, but I would highly recommend using it if you're gonna join me and Kuruko on our server. Because otherwise, I'm gonna stare at your chest in disappointment. If I ever convert from potato, go full heavy hangers, yes. Yes. Go full TM. Titty mama. Like the soy milk. What if I play male Roganin? Do they not have a boob slider? Then why play one? Don't let her scare you, Horace. She's just an NPC. I'm getting over my NPC activities. I'm starting to act more like a player character now. Her titty mama license got revoked. It's just soy milk now. Yeah, wait, did you not know that, Horace? That's famously what TN stands for, Titty Mama. Yeah, I saw that her name changed, and I was like, no, the Titty Mama! Titty Mama! We didn't have boob sliders in Final Fantasy XI. That is one of the few ways where 11 is objectively worse. I gotta go to bed. Yeah, I usually max it out on games where there is a slider. I like to get the full experience. You know, if I'm paying for a character creator, I want to get my money's worth out of it. So why wouldn't you go for the maximum? No? It's like leaving money on the table. It's like leaving fries on your plate. You go to a restaurant and they give you the fries and they're really good and you're like, no, I'm too full. I'm too full because the burger was too big. I didn't finish my fries. And you leave them there instead of asking for a to-go box. Eating them up like a normal person. Oh, I would die for a thigh slider too. That would be nice. I paid for the whole slider. I'm gonna use the whole slider. Well, you're leaving hell energy on the table. Not using the whole titty slider. there are mods for Final Fantasy 11. I actually used to be a modder for 11. I made a few, mostly hair mods. I made a few staff mods as well. But I didn't like, I wasn't super loud about it because I had trouble. Asked them, friends, whatever. I was like, this hair is cool, but wouldn't it be cooler if it went down to your waist and had really weird physics? And everyone was like, hell yeah. This is another thing that Moose said, this won't make you money. Yeah. But it was really fun. Like, so that's, I actually really want to learn how to do live 2D. Because I feel like it would be like kind of the same feeling as when I did, because I usually like used pre-existing models and I just like, I basically modded them by modding the textures, and also sometimes I would like stretch out like different parts of them and kind of reshape. Hence why sometimes the physics got kind of wonky, but I'd really like to do live 2D but I don't know like where to start. So I've had a live 2D license for a while. Like for years, because I was like, oh, like I'll make my own model. And then I was like, I don't know how to do this, so I'm gonna actually ask people who know what they're doing. But I still have it, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool to learn, but I just don't know like how to learn. And like, I'd like models to practice on, but I have no idea where to get those either. Did you make your 2D model? No. I definitely did not. Because I was like, I initially was like, oh, it'll be fine, I'll figure out how to do it. And then I was like, I definitely I'm not prepared for this. Oh, hi! Good morning, sunshine. Did you just wake up? You going back to bed? Okay. You're gonna sleep in your real bed again, or you just like the blanket fort I made on the couch for? Is that your new favorite? Okay, good night. Grab a cheap model from Booth or Coffee and mess. Oh. To unlock this power, you would fall down the Juniper route of perpetual remakes. Well, I would just like to like have the skills so that I could make like assets mostly. So if I wanted to make like a dumb asset to use, but I wanted it to have like live 2D physics, I could do it. I really just like making things. I think that's why I got so into House Flipper last week. Chapel, thank you for the super chat syrup, my beloved. She's sleeping. She woke up, stretched, looked at me like, oh, you're still here, and then just rolled over and went back to sleep. You're so rude! Don't you want to come see what Mommy's working on? She's working very hard. Mommy's giving it her all. You're over there, sleeping the day away. What a freeloader. Get a job! Get a job, you little weirdo! Get a crossing guard or something. You'd be such a cute crossing guard. Oh my god, can you imagine? You would be the cutest crossing guard. Or like a call center representative. Exterminator. Yeah, I'd really like to learn, but yeah, maybe coffee is the way to go. I think I don't like pay attention to coffee because I always forget that it exists. Some people are like, oh, you should like see if there's anything like that on coffee. I'm like on what? On what now? Isn't she a cheerleader with a jersey? Yeah, but what if it's not football season? Wait, what? Co-op plus hi-fi? Oh, Ko-fi? Maybe it is Ko-fi. I don't know, I just say coffee, because people always post it with like, buy me a coffee! And I thought it would sound weird if they said, buy me a Ko-fi. They're Japanese. Ugh. I was reading about Booth too, because Booth has a lot of stuff for like 3D models, which I don't have, but I've seen stuff on there where I was like, oh yeah, like that would be cool if I ever had. There's like assets. I have a question: are VR chat models and 3D models the same? I don't actually know how VR chat works. I see a lot of people posting about it, but I'm like, do people need to have like a giant room for VR setup to be able to play that, or do they play like they have like a headset on and they move their body with a controller or something? I don't know how that all that works practically. There's different file types. They're very different. I don't have like VR space to like walk around per se, but I can play games that are like VR with controller, or mostly played like sitting down. You can do it without a headset? Oh. Art can be the same, but it's a conversion / rigging issue. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Because I've thought that it looks like really fun to do, but I was like, I have no idea like how one goes about that. Do on desktop? How do you like get a model for it though? I presume you have to like make one and like import it in. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Go. Yeah, I've seen people swap like avatars in real time. IP characters. Whoa. Damien, not right now. Gotta focus. Damien, you ever have a wife? Don't you want to make your wife's art special? Don't fucking bother me. It's all inside the client. You're the model, finding worlds. Oh, interesting. Huh. A Damien collab. Japan really likes baseball and they are good at it. Yeah, I actually have a Cornet acrylic stand. That is her, because she's a big baseball fan. I actually have a picture of her in a SoftBank Hawks uniform. It's really cute. It's really cute. I've never seen it. I saw it like on Yahoo Japan, and it's the only one I've ever seen, and I grabbed it right away. She loves baseball. I think she's gone to baseball games with like a few of the other girls. I think she went with Kanata actually, because I think Kanata's a big baseball fan too. I was obviously living in Osaka, so the Hanshin Tigers were a big deal. And there's like areas kind of near like where they play where you gotta like be careful about when you go, because if you go like near game time, people are getting kind of amped. I mean, for Japan, generally not as rowdy as like Boston after a Red Sox game or anything like that, but it's also not rowdy. Oh, like baseball collab for a bit? Yeah. Yeah, I just have the Koro-san one. And she said this was also the woodworking lore show. I didn't know what to think. Yeah! See, I'm doing woodworking. Now we can say I did the woodworking stream. I do still wanna... Still do want to put the bigger tip on to like smooth out a few areas, but I think... Ass. Really eggy. Make it jaggy. Working less lore? Nope. Now I can get some books. Some books. Oh, my Sonic IDW comics finally came in from the library. I was on the wait list forever, but I finally got the first like big omnibus. I think there's three like omnibuses. One with Sonic on the front, one with Tails on the front, one with... I got the first one. Finally came in while I was asleep this week. Woke up and I was like, let's go! I can finally get the... Where's the PowerPoint though? I've actually started my PowerPoint for the next Horizon Zero Dawn lore stream. I started it, but I'm not gonna present it until Kudoko's done with the game. So I refuse to do Horizon lore without my fellow Horizon respecter. I was gonna say, yeah, my YouTube account is nothing but anime girls. And I'm kind of at the point where I have no shame about it. Sometimes I'm with my more like normie aligned friends. When I go on, I'm like, oh, I saw this sick YouTube video the other day. Let me find it for you. And then I open up my YouTube and they kind of look at it like, what the fuck is going on over there? And I'm just like, they will learn. They just haven't found their Oshi. I swear I'll finish. No, it's okay. No rush. I've started the presentation though. So like when you have finished it, I'm just gonna like send you the presentation and be like, now put your thoughts in here. Also put footnotes on my section so I know what you're thinking. I'm really excited for the DLC's coming out really soon, right? In a couple weeks. Yeah, I think the DLC is like... I think the DLC is like... Either, it's not next week, but it might be the week after that or the week after that. It's 2 or 3 weeks away. Really excited because I'm just like... I am chomping at the frickin' bit for more lore. Because I have so many theories. And I have theories that are like... What's the word? I have theories that are like contradicting with each other, too. So like, I have like 2 theories, but they can't both be correct. Like it has to be one or the other. But I'm like, it's either this, it's A or B. It can't be both. And if it's neither, I'll freak out. DLC for Forbidden West, yeah. Yeah. It's I think they said it was like either late March or early April. April 19th? Okay. So it's a couple weeks away, but still. Brownie. Personal theories that Aloy hasn't taken a shower in at least 5 months. Are there showers in that world? Or do they just have, like... You just bathe in a stream? This. Use this. A little bit of shading. Devs have to secretly patch in more side quests to keep Kuniko playing forever. I'm trying to remember, so the DLC... The DLC for the first game, that the Frozen Wilds, I think. The DLC for the first game, that didn't really have like a time attached to it. That was kind of a, like, this happens at some point in the story, but it's not like necessarily before or after, or like at a certain time in the story. It just like kind of vague. I kind of wonder if they're gonna do it like that so that people can play it like whatever they want, basically. I still haven't read the comics, because they have comics too. I think the comics kind of explain some of the, like, side characters a bit better. Read them. Unlocked in, like, the game. So actually, some of my current theories actually tie into see. That's where I'm at, right? You have a character from the DLC show up at the final countdown. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, that would be. I don't think I can actually. I think once you've beaten the game, I don't think you can do the last mission again. I think it's like, oh, bro, it's done. It's not one of the games where it boots you out and is like, oh, the final mission is over here, but if you want to explore other things first and come back and do it again, you can do that. I don't think it's... I think it's just done, so I might have to, like, replay the game if that happens again. You load it loads you right before the fight or something. They have New Game Plus now. See, I've been playing. So I platinumed it after I beat the game. I went back and I did a bunch of other stuff. And, like, the area where the final encounter happens is, like... There's, like, nothing going on. Because I think it's just like, oh, you beat the game. Congrats. Oh, you can. Okay, maybe I'm just not doing it right. Maybe I have to, like, approach it in a certain way, or... Because I've, like, gone back to the area. But I'm like, oh. I can just hunt things. I can just hunt things for the insane amount of machine parts that it takes in this game. I feel like the first game, like, I had to do a little bit of farming for machine parts to max out all my stuff, but this game's on another level. Game I gave up. I was like, I will max out like a couple of things. There's no way I'm gonna be able to go as hard as I did in the first game. Yeah, Forbidden West made it so the machine hacks too, yeah, because the machine hacks you have to get a ton of really rare... You have to get a ton of really rare equipment. You have to get a ton of... Not equipment. You have to get a ton of rare, like, machine parts to... What's it, like, defragment the hacking bits. So I don't think... I think I did wind up farming them because I needed to hack like one of each type of machine or something like that for my plat, but I was like, this is hell. It was not something that I approached with joy. I was like, this is something I must do. There you go. You have to get rare parts that you have to take off the machine before destroying it. Yeah, like the snake guys, the earth grinders. The earth grinders are really what was... It was the earth grinders and it was the the big bat guys, not the regular bat guys, but the special big chonky boys. Their fangs. Because the fangs and the earth grinder were driving me to extinction, basically. And I was like, Horizon, you're lucky I like you. Like, this is hell. Right. I think I'm going to take this tip off. Shut it off and let it cool. I'm going to try the next tip just to smooth out a few places. Maybe darken up sections like her eyeballs on her hoodie and a lip. You're burning my house down. So far. We're getting there, we're getting there. Yeah, I need to, I think. Do a little bit more work. One of her pig. Actually. I can fix it. Yeah, the rope caster isn't as good as it was. I used the rope caster a ton in the first game, and I used the rope caster a ton in the first game, and I didn't use it like at all in the second game. The second game, it was all about the bomb sling for me. All about the bomb sling and the sharpshooter bow. Like, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to rope cast things. Yeah, I platinumed, let's see, I platinumed Forbidden West. Then I platinumed Sonic Frontiers. I really wish that, not to say like, oh, I wish it was harder or whatever, because I thought it was good. But I almost wish that like I had to work a little harder for the Sonic Frontiers plat, because as soon as I was done with it, I was kind of like, where's the rest? I miss playing Sonic. Or at least, I don't know if they have to the one trophy that was actually annoying to get in Sonic Frontiers was there's a level up Sonic to the max level, like get his speed and health, or ring capacity rather, speed and ring capacity to the max, but you can only level it up, like, even if you go see the Coco guy, and you're like, hey, like, I have all your Coco friends, so I want more ring capacity, or I want more speed, he only levels it up one level at a time, and the max is 99. And so you just have to sit there and just mash the button over and over and over while he says, like, would you like to level up again? And I was like, why can't I just dump all my Cocos and get, like, the full boost at once? Like, this is so ridiculous. And I had to do it for both stats. So it took actually forever. And, like, it doesn't let you, like mash through it either. Like, he asks you, and I think the default response is, no, I don't want anything right now, so you can't just sit there mashing. You actually have to, like, when he asks you the question, you have to move down in the menu. It was horrid. That was I was like, it's so weird that the only, like, really difficult thing in this game is menu navigation. once I got my plat, I was like, it was worth it. But I was also like, you guys gotta fix that when you release the rest of the characters. You have to make it so people can just like level up the whole thing at once. They don't just sit there going through hell. Yeah, I haven't been playing like a lot of single player games lately. At least for the past few weeks. I feel like I had a good like I had a good head of steam for a while. I'm at the end of Atelier Sophie 2. I wanted to finish it before Ryza 3 came out. And I'm like at the end, but then I lost my steam when I lost my hope. And I've just been playing like Yu-Gi-Oh!, House Flipper, and Final Fantasy XI, which sounds like the most like psychotic breakdown trio of games that you could possibly pick. None of them are on Steam sale. Isn't the Steam Deck on sale right now for the Steam sale? I need to go take a look at that. I actually just bought a bunch of new Steam games. I already had a bunch of Steam games kind of on my, burning a hole in my pocket that I wanted to try, and then there were a couple publisher sales, I think, like last week. And so I actually bought a bunch of kind of older JRPG type of games. I've got those, and I'm really excited to try them. But I haven't looked at like the current sale. I thought the Steam Deck was like 1.6 billion according to Throne. Yeah, it's 10% off. That's 10. I'm trying to be good though. Trying to be good, because I don't know if I'm gonna be like moving again in the next couple months, and I don't want to make things more difficult for myself. The Steam Deck or a Dino Head, they were both. I think a Dino Head was $1 million. I think the Steam Deck was 1.6 billion. There was a Fossil that was like $33,000. Still over there yet? Toasty. Oatsy. But yeah, I've really just been playing games that are more like the grind. Kind of giving yourself to the grind and letting your mind ooze out of your ears. That's kind of what I've been playing past that. I haven't done anything of substance. Which is like, maybe I should beat Sophie this weekend so that I'm ready for Ryza. I think Ryza's next week, actually. Sophie, I've just been so like, I've been so like, I can't think enough to play games that require anything of me. Oh, Resonance of Fate. I actually have Resonance of Fate on the PS3, I think, but I remember didn't they put out a 4K version for PS5? Or PS4, I think? I think there's yeah. I think they like did a HD master kind of thing. I haven't gotten that version yet, but I remember seeing people, like I had friends who played the game and who would send me like stuff about it, and I remember seeing guns that had like four sights like stacked on top of each other. And they were like this. This is the finest in long-range combat, and I was like, what is this game? Dropped a 1.6 million baseball card that I thought was old school husband DJ, that the fossils top that. Yeah, I'm excited for Rise of 3 next week. The ending of Rise of 2 actually made me cry. So I'm like braced and ready for Rise of 3. I don't know if there's other like new stuff coming out that I'm as jazzed for as Rise of 3. I like to stay current with Atelier though. I got into an Atelier backlog a few years ago where it was kinda word. It was a little. I was like 2 or 3 games behind, and so I basically just played nothing but Atelier games for like 4 months to catch up. Because I don't like jumping ahead. I don't think I've ever jumped ahead with Atelier. Not since like Verona. I've never jumped ahead. I always go in order. So I feel like legally obligated to finish Sophie 2 before Rise of 3 comes out because I want to play Rise of 3 on launch. It's just, so Sophie 2, so Rise of 3, like, you do have to use your brain sometimes for the crafting, but it's like, you can use your brain, but at a certain point, like, the mechanics kind of stack on top of each other in such a way that you can kind of shut your brain off, or it becomes, like, more like second nature, and you're like, yeah, like, I know how to do this synthesis system. Both 1 and 2 were like that. Sophie requires a little bit more of you. Sophie, you kind of have to play Tetris. So imagine you're playing Tetris, but you have to choose which Tetris board you're using. You can swap between like maybe 6 different Tetris boards, and in each one the pieces fall in a slightly different way, and they have slightly different rules on what makes like the line disappear. That's kind of what Sophie 2's crafting is like. And it's not bad. I do enjoy it, especially when I, like, really kill it on a certain synthesis and I get, like, all of the stuff that I want out of it. Like, it's not bad, but sometimes it kind of requires more of me intellectually than I'm able to give. Especially the last couple weeks when I've just been like a zombie. And so I think that's why I haven't played it, because I was just like, I'm gonna try and synthesize something, and I'm gonna Tetris myself into a corner and not be able to get any of the traits or effects that I want on it, and I'm too dumb right now to like figure my way out. There's a Tetris movie? Wait, since when? I'm too caught up in the Mario movie discourse. There are a lot of like really young game journalists now, which is really interesting. So I feel like when I was in games, they were all a lot older than me. Only a few of them are like around my age, but most of them are a lot older. And now I read stuff and people are like, I played this game when I was 8 or whatever, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's about the creation of Tetris, not a story about the pieces? Huh. Interesting. Still burning? Use the napkins again. Maybe I'll put it up against my very cold drink, see if anything happens. Please be very careful. I'm always careful. The most careful. They call me. They call me Too Careful Maple. Not Maple. She's always was being too careful. Never risky. Never you buy. That's a lie. You're a lie. To turn. Lefty Lucy? Lefty Lucy? Righty tighty? I don't think so. There we go. Ah! Just kidding. Fine. Yeah, it's actually still a little bit warm, but it's not like hot. There we go. This smooth out some of the edges. Nice. Heat up for a second. Oopsie. Whoopsie. Yosh. She will learn. I'll never learn. I'm not built for learning. But, yeah, I'd like to... I actually have a lot of, wood like this. Because I like doing wood burning. And so I have, like, slabs of these that I use to make, like, gifts. Like that. So I'd like to make other, like, VTuber wood burning pieces. I think I'm just a little bit shy about it. I'm like, oh, what if I, like, make one of somebody and they're like, why did she make this? Or something like that. Saying it out loud, it sounds crazy, but... She burned my face into a piece of wood. I'm calling the police. Calling the cyber police. If she can burn my face into a piece of wood, what else will she burn my face into? Heating up. I can tell because actually the color of the metal changes. Watching for the telltale sign. Open up, it's the wood police. Yeah, I wish the wood was like slightly better quality, but it's not like the worst either. It's like... I don't remember what type. Eated yet? I'm gonna have to do some karaoke instead. Eat karaoke. It took forever to get Pika to do a karaoke stream, and then when she did, I think she sang Cups from the movie Pitch Perfect like twice, same session, and I was like, what a fucking god. I can imagine Pika-me taking a look at that and going, wow, I wish this was on better wood. Okay, well, you have to understand that this is how I think. Both to my benefit and my detriment. I did say this was the Menhera arc. Yo, Cups? Yeah, she sang it twice. She was like, this is one of my favorite songs. I sang Cups. And I think I like, in a panic, like, sent a bunch of unhinged messages to like, the Discord that, like, my friends are in. I was just like, I love her so much, give me nothing, queen. She also sang a lot of, like, Maroon 5. It was Cups and Maroon 5, and I was like, this is what I want out of my wife. Trying to think. Of... Oh, there's also her legendary, like, karaoke stream where she did 3D karaoke, but her music video that she made of her singing, Yoru ni Kakeru, was, like, in the daytime. And so, it was, like, it was actually, like, a nice cover, and everyone was like, bro? Like... Like, why was the video in the daytime? Like, nobody was like, good job! Everyone was like, it's the daytime, Pikami. She was like, I swear to God. Yeah, I don't remember most of the Cup song. I've only seen the first Pitch Perfect. Or maybe I saw the second one. I can't remember. I saw whichever one gets kind of weird. I just remember it's like, I found hanging for a long way round. I bought a whiskey by the way. What I buy for company, and I have what do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna moose me when I'm gone. You're gonna moose me by my hair. You're gonna moose me everywhere. You're gonna moose me when I'm gone. Oh yeah, that was Anna Kendrick, wasn't it? Damn, if only that art was on some mahogany, Dio. That's looking better. Yeah, it's just these lines down here. I just want to, like, basically firm them up a little bit, smooth them out. I've only seen the first Pitch. I went on a spree at the beginning of World events where I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch like a ton of movies, and I did. I watched like all of the Fast and the Furious movies. I really just left FX on. FX, we have the movies. I left that on and just got like a whole bunch of films I would have never watched otherwise. Like FX kept showing Peter Rabbit over and over, which slowly became an obsession for me. Maybe I should show that in the Discord. I don't know if you guys have watched the Peter Rabbit movie. It fucking hits. This is not me being post-ironic. Are you gonna sign the woodwork? I was planning on it. I was planning on signing, like, down in the corner, something like that. On the back. Not sure yet. I am gonna write Pika over here in katakana. It was fine! Get the fuck out of here! Did you see the scene where the full-grown man suplexes Peter Rabbit into the ground behind his girlfriend's back. And then when she turns around, he's like pretending to read him a picture book, and he says, "And that's why we're superior to the French." That's one of my favorite scenes of that whole movie is just in the background. You just see him like throw Peter Rabbit on the ground and then elbow drop him. It's so stupid. I was 100% not prepared to go into that. Like, I basically was like, FX, we have the movies. I want to watch movies right now. I'm just gonna leave this on 24/7. Then Peter Rabbit, of all things, is playing like 3 times a day, and I was like, I suppose I'll watch this children's movie. And I was like, oh, and then at the beginning, Sam Neill's like, blurry. Hello, there we go. Sam Neill plays the old cantankerous man who like dies at the beginning of the film. It's like, it was shocking because he lives such an active and healthy lifestyle, and it just has a shot of him like trying to patch a hole in his roof, and he's using stuff out of a bucket that just says asbestos on it. Are you sure that actually happened? I guarantee it. I'll like look it up afterwards. Like, the whole movie is like weirdly dark. It's like weird. It's weird and dark and bizarre for like a children's film. But I actually wound up buying it on Blu-ray because I was like, this is so stupid. I want to watch it again and again. I have. But yeah, I watched that. Watched one of the Pitch Perfects. I'm trying to remember the other films I just started like going through. Oh, it was another one Anna Kendrick was in, except she was like best friends with like maybe a serial killer who faked her death. I forgot what the name of the movie was. And I was like, what's going on with Anna Kendrick's career right now? I was like, this movie whips, but like also what's happening? Well, how we doing, Anna? There we go. It's a... Oh. If I'll get DMCA'd for showing your rabbit on here. YouTube. I'm gonna type in Peter Rabbit fight scene. Peter. Son of a bitch. There it is. Peter Rabbit fight scene. Here it is. Called Skirmish in the Studio. Hold on, we're gonna watch a 3-minute clip of Peter Rabbit in here. If I get banned, then I died as I lived. Show you my analytics. For once, I did it right. Right now you can see that I was listening to Click Click Boom by Saliva. It's just really going through it today. Really having an arc today. Oh, are you talking about... no, I think that's Jennifer. That sounds like Jennifer's Body. No, I think it was Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively, I want to say. Right. Here we go. 3-minute clip of Peter Rabbit getting bodied. Oh, wait, let me check. important viewing.
Come in quick!
Huh?
He's so cute too.
Huh?
I'll have a chair.
We're wearing fur! Thank you.
Like every scene in the film is like this.
I could stay here forever.
Hello. Haven't seen you in the longest time. Meet my new friend, Thomas. Would you like to have a hold?
Among other things.
They're enemies.
Look, my two boys getting along perfectly. Nothing could make me happier. Do you mind if I paint this?
Nothing would make me happier. You're mine now, rabbit.
Thomas, are your eyes emerald or seafoam green?
Seafoam green with a hint of battleship grey.
I thought so. Thomas!
And that's what separates us from the French.
Yep, kiwi green.
You're the professional.
Yay!
Ooh.
Yay!
The elbow drop kills me.
No. It's an old woman in a hat, you see. I just assumed she would have re-entered at that exact moment.
You need to stop! It's not going to end well!
I think I found it. Perfect. My painting!
Set up!
It's ruined!
Oh, you know how uncontrollable wildlife can be. I just...
Bad rabbit.
Yes,
Bad rabbit.
bad rabbit.
Naughty.
Bad rabbit!
Get out.
Out.
I said shoot. Shoot! Get out of here.
So sad.
You were right.
Framed.
He's gotta go.
He's gotta go. You see, elbow drops him. It's one of the... It's like one of my favorite scenes in the film. B-movie vibes. They just start fighting. And this guy just full on elbow drops this tiny rabbit. I just remember being like, am I hallucinating this? The first time I saw it. But yeah, I really like that movie now. Yeah, I just wound up watching like a ton of films and like catching up on a ton of films. Like Pitch Perfect, which I had never seen before that. Let's see. How are you on time? I do have more work to do, but it's okay. I'm actually almost done with this. Real close. Yeah, HoloFest is this weekend, so that's going to be to mess up my sleep schedule a smidge. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Girls, their glory. That would spark the cup song, yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to, like, stay up. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to stay up later, because basically I'm gonna have to wake up at, like, 1:45 my time. AM. So I couldn't decide whether I wanted to try and train myself to stay up, or whether I wanted to, if I wanted to try and sleep earlier and earlier so that I could wake up at that time and then probably go back to sleep afterwards. But it's kind of wound up being a mix because I have a really early morning client meeting tomorrow. Like, I can't not do it. So I have to wake up really early tomorrow, so I think I'm just gonna try and dial myself back a little bit. "21 alarms and a lot of water." I usually eat granola to keep myself awake. I don't know why granola is the thing, but I have this really nice, like, vanilla granola that I like to eat, and I just kind of put it in a bowl next to my bed. And then I just eat it with my bare hands throughout HoloFest to keep myself awake. Have you guys ever seen that post where there's, like, a married couple who are, like, super religious, and they were like, well, if it's holy to wait until marriage, it's gotta be double holy if you, like, never get it on after you're married either. And so they were just trying to be, like, as abstinent for as long as possible, but they were finding it hard. And the guy said that his trick was whenever he, like, started feeling the urge, he would just, like, eat a raw potato. That's kind of like me with my handfuls of straight granola during HoloFest. It's the same energy. It's oh, and I have coffee too. But I pretty much just drink coffee. I pretty much drink coffee and just, like, eat handfuls of straight granola, and that keeps me awake through HoloFest, or at least it has for the last, like, 2 years. Assume this year will be the same. I outline. Gonna wake up and tough it out. Yeah, I'm supposed to go over to see my family on Sunday. I think. I need to I'm supposed to go see my family, and I was like, hope they're ready for me to be super engaging. I'm gonna be coming off of the most important weekend of the year. For me. Yep. There we go. What mug are you gonna roll up with for the maximum effect on the clients? I've been using I have a Coronet Yubi Yubi mug that I've been using for the most part. But I also have a moose mug. I kind of swap between them depending on the day. Depending on the vibe I wanna project. Anything else? This is my Super Bowl, please understand. That's exactly it. The thing is that my family's actually, like, pretty understanding. Kind of know how I am, so it's never, like, a shock. I'm like, I need to stay up until 3 a.m. for see my anime wives perform. They take it, honestly, pretty much in stride. To a shocking degree, but I still feel kind of bad. I still feel like I'm like, they're patient, but what point are they gonna be like, okay, weirdo? Yo. Oh yeah, the Sparkster Pika clip is really good. Well, I actually did show my Mama Moose a little bit at Apollo Fest a couple of years ago. She was kind of like, "Why are you so tired today?" And I was like, "This is." She was like, "I see." Hawaii. Close. See. Will the anime wives earn you money? Quite the opposite, Mama Moose. Quite the opposite. Here you go. This is exquisite.
Hold up. I forgot something. Wait. Boys, じゃあ行きましょうか。またショータイムじゃない？ It's another short time じゃない？怖い。
The fear of Bob Ross adding details.
Yeah.
Ruined. I love this part.
What am I gonna do? They come in forever. It's like forever. Come on. Hologram. What am I gonna do? This is coming forever and never. Nope. Ah! What the frick? Shinda. Oh no, Shinda. あそこやっぱ時間で耐えるしかないのかな。おほ。They don't stop coming だよね。やばい。
Okay, big guy.
やばい。めっちゃある。うわー。
Are you fucking sure?
もう死んでくれさすがに。 しよしよし。よしよしよし、いいぞいいぞいいぞいいぞ。ナイス。はい次。Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. やったの。やったやった。これ着てきたいんだけど。I wanna wear this. これ着れないのかな。
I wanna wear this.
着れないよねこれ。ありがとう。Thank you.
Very good. So good. Are you fucking sure? That was one of my I managed to clip that when I heard it the first time, so I was like, it's so sudden in context. Like, she goes from 0 to "Are you fucking sure?" And I was just like, wait, what? And I thought it was the funniest thing ever, so I clipped it, and then it's sort of become the thing that I send my friends if they're like, I think I'm gonna order a pizza tonight. And I'll just send them, are you fucking sure? It's my check yourself before you Shrek yourself. Look at it from two angles. Danger of adding to perfection. It's in a good place. I just have to stain it, seal it. That will be for when it's light outside so that I can do it out in the walkway. Put it on my porch to dry. There she is! There she is! Wife, pizza time? I think it's popcorn time. I'm in the mood for some popcorn. I'm in the mood for a little movie time snack. Not that I'm gonna be watching a movie. Just in a mood for the what's the word, accoutrement. Ayo, popcorn. I think I got most of the lines that I thought were looking to. Got most of them. Don't confuse the wood burner with chopsticks. I'll attempt not to. I just turned it off, so hopefully it should be cool sooner than later. Oh, right, I wanted to write her name on it. Doing! Turn that shit back on. Put a speech globe. Thank you, Jason. Yeah. Should I sign on the back or the front? And on the front. Go. There we go. Boom. Yosh. Yosh. I'm happy with that. I'm always the type of person that like goes slightly too far. I'm happy with it. Yay! My wife. Borat voice, my wife. Yeah, now I just gotta stain it and seal it, and then I will see if I can nail it. I'm gonna submit it to the project, though. Submit it to the special Pika project. Pika project. So that it will at least be in that. Should have tag her when you post the pic too, no cowardice allowed. Okay. Try. I'll try. I'll at least put it under the art tag. Picard. Picardo. Sorry, ma'am, that's a requirement. See? Suppose. More confidence. This was fun. I'm sad. I'm obviously sad. I'm gonna miss her. I've just been watching like all of her VODs all week. Or for like the last 2 weeks. I've just been like VOD fiend. For like some of the deep cuts, some of the classics. But I'm trying to work out my feelings however I can. I think burning some wood is gonna be one of them. So this is a preview for the woodworking lore stream. Is this not the woodworking stream? I know I didn't give any lore, but I was hoping this would get me out of it. I'm gonna miss her. It's okay. I'm trying to be strong. Trying to be strong sugoi. Like her Project Zomboid character. The lore on the wood you chose? It looked nice. And came from a reputable dealer. You should have been talking about the wood a bit more. I don't have much to say about it. I mean, it's like, well, it's not like the worst quality wood. We got some bark still on the side over here. Reputable wood dealer. Here we got some wood. What kind of tree did the wood come from? Let me go check the package. Bought it, and I knew when I bought it, I knew what it was. It's actually been a while. Like, I have kind of a supply of these. How are you? I bought it from. Blech. I'm an expert tree identifier when I have some leaves to work with. Because they taught the tree identification class was all about like the patterns of the leaves and like how the like branch splits, like if it splits unevenly or if it splits symmetrically. Like those were key identifiers, and then like the types of leaves and whether they're like the texture on the leaves, like that's all the stuff that I learned. I don't know how to like look at this and be like, ah yes, a fine vintage. Wood art merch would be on brand. I could charge, I don't know if I could charge $200. I've seen people do like laser cutting wood, or like laser burning and laser cutting wood art for like anime stuff, but I just like doing it by hand, even if it looks messier and even if it's not like as perfect as doing it with a laser. I just feel like it has more soul when you do it by hand. But usually those people sell it for like a lot of money. So I was always like, what the hell? Like, I know you did this with a laser, I can tell. Could have counted the rings. Still kinda can. 2, 3. That starts getting messy around here. Gotta account for the hours involved, the cost of wood and shipping. That's true. It could be fun. Yeah, I wanted to. I'd like to make more wood burning, and I'd like to get more intricate too. Like I'd like to try like doing more like shade, like color shading, using some of the wider nubs, especially. I just don't want to. I don't want to do it with this one because I would want to practice first and make sure that my technique is good. Logistics, yeah, I'd like to do more like shading, but I need to do some practice runs before I do it in prime time. Because I've done like some shading on some stuff that I did before, but it was usually just like big dark patches versus like actual trying to differentiate the colors from each other. So that's kind of what I'd like to get into. I'd like to get into next. But yeah, I see a lot of people use laser cutting for like wood goods, or laser cutting, or laser like burning. And it is cool. I don't know, for me, I'm like, if it's a laser and I have the pattern, I could do it myself. Like it's less like unique if somebody didn't like cobble it together uniquely. It's less unique if they can mass produce it with a machine. I still think they look cool. Like, I think there's a lot of like laser printed stuff that looks really cool. Just for something like this, I like doing it with my hands. But yeah, I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I'd like to try some more stuff. I feel like I need classes. This is one of those things where actually it was during. Let me go get. I don't know if I have one of my big erasers. I do have a pencil eraser. I'd like to clean up. This is one of those things where I was just like during hashtag world events, I was just like, oh, like this is something that might be fun to try. So I just bought a kit. I bought a kit and just started doing it, but I didn't actually like look up anything or take classes or anything like that. So I'd like to learn some like tips from the masters. Yeah, actually taking ideas from Discord sounds really. Sometimes I feel like my like weird like obsessions are so niche that I'm like, I have no idea if like anyone else is interested in this. Like one of my fears about becoming a VTuber. So I was like I know that some people like some of the things I like, but like sometimes I feel like hi honey! I like things in such a specific way. And I like very weird things that I was like, I don't know if like anyone else would be interested in seeing any of the Hi! Hi! Do you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi to everybody? Yeah? What? What? You have food. Want snackies? Want my snackies? No snack. I don't think Kuruko is still here, but I learned, Excuse you! Hey! Come up here. Okay. I'm gonna flip you on your back. And you're gonna say hi to the people. Mommy! Do not wood burn the cat. Wasn't gonna. Mommy! Oh! Ooh, what is this? You can still sit on me. Weirdo. Cutie. She's... You've been sleeping all day! Now you're acting like, Mommy, I've been awake all day and you haven't been paying any attention to me. It's too sad. My life is so sad. I snuggled you all day while you were sleeping. You slept through this whole stream. I see how it is. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, go get into bed. Go get into bed. Wait for Mommy. Bring my popcorn in and we'll have a good time. Watch something spooky. Your favorites. I have a napkin right here. I was using. Just go. She is a princess baby. A princess baby. So she is bratty. Got all my sketch marks off. There we go. Nice. She's a princess, but she's a brat. I don't know where she went. I think she actually went in to go sit in bed. Sometimes if she wakes up when it's like kind of close to bedtime, she'll like assume the position. Because if she doesn't, if she like goes back and falls asleep out here or something, and then I don't wake her up when I go into bed, that she'll wake up in the middle of the night and start hollering. Because she's like, where'd mommy go? So I get woken up with 3 a.m. screaming, and I have to be like, honey, I'm in here. Please. Oh, did you come back for your crunchies? Such a goblin. Oh, my little baby. Well, I'll go hang out with her. I suppose. But thank you guys for coming. Thanks for watching me make my pika. I'll post it. I'll post it on Twitter. I'll use the tags. I'll use the appropriate tags. I'll be brave. And yeah, this week was pretty chill. It was pretty low key because I was just like, I need a low key like let's do some stuff week, but don't use the tags at her. Yeah, I'm gonna do both. I'm still figuring out my schedule for next week just because I know that I'm probably gonna be blasted after HoloFest. So I'm like trying to figure out if I can like backload the week a little bit or basically what's going on with that. So I'll figure it out, but I'll post my schedule as soon as I know. But thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching clips with me and watching me make my pika. I will see you guys in my next stream. Have a good night, or a good morning, or a good afternoon, or whatever it is, wherever you are. And Otsu burning!